Hello and welcome to another edition of Council Connections. I'm your host, Karen Kobeck. Our guest today is from Ward 1, and he says he has a top 5 list that he wants to talk with you all about. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. All right, as I teased earlier, our guest today for Council Connections right here in the studio is Council Member Carl DeWalt from Ward 1. Thank you so much for coming in. We really appreciate it. I know you have a lot on your plate, so thank you for coming in to let the residents know what's going on in your ward and what's on your mind.
Absolutely. I do have 5 items I could think that are most important to me, and one started even before I took office.
Okay.
And so it's been there for a while. It's the development of Patuxent Greens. Actually, I lived down there for almost 6 years at one time at the apartments, and I walked that course with my dogs almost daily. So, and it is one of the prettiest places in Laurel. It is the prettiest place in Laurel. The environment, just the green space and everything, and now they're going to develop it. And it's well known that I'm against the development. We just testified about 12 citizens a couple weeks ago in front of Prince George's County Council.
Okay.
So this developer and owner still has some hurdles to go through before he can actually start building. And we're hoping, along with Mary Lehman, who testified against it, we're hoping that it gets turned on and we can keep it as a beautiful, beautiful, environmentally free and beautiful area. The next one I would say would be the speeding through Laurel.
Yes.
I have a sign in front of my house. This original program was endorsed by Councilmember Smalls and former Councilmember Jan Robinson.
Yes.
And Jan, I know personally, was affected by the speed because she lived in the 900 block of Montgomery Street.
Right.
And all the Pilates kids and all the would come flying up there, and it gets bad.
Yeah, it can.
So
yes.
yeah, it gets bad. So without the enforcement efforts all the time and putting the speed limit, save our kids, speed limit 25, we reinvented it in honor of Jan and Fred, who started the program years ago, and it kind of died out, but we're back into it because
seeing a lot of the signs throughout the neighborhood, so that it shows that you all are getting the word out, which is fantastic.
Yes, and I stood out on 216 a couple mornings, just showing the people coming into our city to please slow down when they're coming through our neighborhoods, because it's a residential area and the speed limit is 25. And there's a school 1 block over from me, Laurel Elementary, and there's a sign in front of there too.
Right, and then also the kids use that crosswalk because when I come in as well, I'll see the crossing guard when school's in session.
Yes,
so people have to be very cautious and conscious about the kids walking.
Absolutely. And the third one would be the diner. I know it's not listed as an official historical landmark, but it's part of history for Laurel. It was brought there by a truck from New Jersey in the 50s. So it is an old diner. I would love to see some sort of committee formed to try to find a new owner to buy it or move it somewhere, but to restore it. And I think it reminds me of the building across from the old fire station up on Montgomery Street that was struck by a tornado. And I know the city administrator then wanted to tear it down, but I guess they finally changed their mind. They redid it, and it's a beautiful, beautiful building now. And I think the same can be done with a diner. It's a historical landmark, and maybe we could find an owner that will revisit running that.
Any luck with finding? Has anyone reached out, even interested? Are you aware?
There's been a lot of people posting about it, but I haven't heard of any interest in it.
Okay, well, we'll keep our fingers
But
crossed.
that too, and then the other one would be always our seniors. We have a senior building right at 5th and Main and the Selborne House, and they use the crosswalks on Main Street. Yes. We get complaints about people not stopping for them. The program that the city provides with transportation for our seniors is fabulous. I know they pay $30 a year, which is a heck of a bargain. I would like to see that actually free for all our seniors. And it is a fabulous program because you call the day before and they come and pick them up. I would like to see a lot more geared towards our seniors, also the seniors that are homeowners. Right now the program is that if you have to be living in your house for 40 years and you have to be 65 or older, I would like to see that reduced as far as the 40-year mark on
Okay,
there.
and this is the tax credit that they worked out a couple years ago, I believe? Okay.
Correct. And it's similar to the state, and actually the state has reduced theirs to 30 years.
Okay.
So maybe the city can follow that and give our seniors the extra tax credit for living in the city for such a long time. Hey, it's like it's your commitment to live in our great city, then let's reward you for it in some way and save you some money. So that's the basis of a lot of the issues going around town. We're starting to get a lot of vehicles broken into. We're even getting some people that are showing up in people's yards or near their houses and stuff. And I hear it all the time from citizens that they don't think it's important to call. And Chief Hamill actually has been announcing it everywhere, which is
just at the last mayor
awesome.
city council meeting.
Yes.
He said, if we don't know about it,
we can't do
anything about
Correct.
it. So you've got to let them know.
So anybody out there, please call the Laurel Police Department if anything occurs with your car being broken into. But first, make sure your cars are locked. Don't leave them open. But if you do have an incident, please call the Laurel Police and report it, no matter how minor it is. And if you see somebody strange lurking around your house, on your property, engages in a conversation with you and you feel kind of uncomfortable, take that gut feeling and call the Laurel Police and report it, because without them knowing about it, there's nothing they can do. And we have a great group of law enforcement officers in the city of Laurel that we're very proud of. So please call them and let them do their job so that we can reduce things like that.
And they're the first to always say, it doesn't matter if it turns out to be nothing, they want to know about it.
Correct.
So that they can come out. And the number that you can call is 301-498-0092. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
All right, good. I'm glad I know it. But
yeah. And it's great that the Chief Hamill has already taken the reins and his leadership is already shown through.
Yes.
With notifying the citizens at the council meeting about it, which is
exactly.
awesome.
Yes, and I know that he's like a big proponent for community policing.
Yes, he is.
And he really wants to get out there.
And that's why he's here.
And as a matter of fact, I remember him saying, in case anyone was aware, August 6th is the National Night Out.
Correct.
And he plans on being there to be officially sworn in.
Sworn in,
and he wants to do it in front of the community. So come on out for that, right? And that starts at 6, I believe.
That just shows the character that he has.
You can come to, I believe it's Granville Goody Park.
Yes.
That's where it usually is.
National Night Out.
So August 6th, Granville Goody Park, 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
All right. Anything else? I mean, you have a lot on your plate, obviously.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. But those are the most important things right now. I'm sure there's other things like our alleys being repaired to try to get that spray that they spray around. We'd rather have our alleys fixed than to eliminate the mosquito problems than them spraying for those mosquitoes and putting that toxins in the air. And I know they say it's safe, but they tell you when they spray to bring your pets in, bring your kids in, don't be outside. So that doesn't make it safe for me.
Okay.
But it would be nice to see some more repairs of our alleys so we could eliminate that stagnant water.
Okay.
And there's other issues.
Okay, well, hey, anytime, we're here for you if you want to get the word out to the residents, okay? Especially those in your ward, because I know you work diligently for them. I know that for a fact. So now, before we go, you just told me a story just before we started taping this. You like to visit Deep Creek
Yes.
a lot. You had a little visitor, you told us.
Yes, actually me and former Major Bob Altoff was there. He's the chief of Brentwood. He came up visiting, and him and his girlfriend, and we were out on the front porch, and he came running into the house to get his camera because a bear had just come across the street. And it wasn't a big bear, it was about 150, 160 pounds.
Oh no, that's not big at all.
And there were no, we didn't have any dogs. I don't have any more dogs, and Bob didn't have a dog, so we didn't have no dogs to worry about.
Right.
And he came to the corner of my house, and we were on the front porch, which is about 25 feet away. And then all of a sudden, he started coming towards the porch. So I said, Bob, we better get inside. So we walk in the front door, and I'm holding the screen door closed. And the bear actually walks up to the front door, and Bob has his camera, so he's snapping pictures, and the bear gets up with both paws, puts them on the screen door, and is looking at us through the screen. And Bob, the first picture he took, and it's on his Facebook page if you're friends with him, it's 2 of those bear paws right up on the screen, just like that. And it's an awesome picture. And then he got back down, went around the house a couple times, you know, just searching for other foods, and then he left, and haven't seen him again. So
Oh, that is just that.
cool.
I say I like those stories. You hear those stories. As long as you know you do what you did, you don't get close. You just go inside if they start moving towards you.
Yeah.
You know, just being able to see nature like that sometimes it's just amazing.
And I have directly inside of my door, I actually have a big, a couple of the officers for a retirement gift. They gave me a used big can of pepper spray, and that's what they use up in Alaska to keep bears away. So I keep that close just in case something would occur.
Yes, but obviously you didn't need to use it
No,
this time
no,
because
he wasn't.
he
was
wasn't
fine.
very big, only
No,
150,
that's all.
160 pounds, that's all.
But it's always a pleasure. You make these conversations so much better and easy, and I'm so relaxed by your presence during these interviews.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And anytime you want to come on, and just one thing to do is just keep an eye out on our social media, because the City of Laurel government will be putting out an In Your Neighborhood with Councilmember DeWalt coming up soon here too. So
And to the staff of the communication section, I mean, this is
top-notch.
top-notch stuff here.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do a fantastic
It's a long time of coming from
Yes.
when I first used to come in here.
I remember.
Yes, it's very nice, very nice.
Well, thank you for coming on, sir.
Thank
we
you.
greatly appreciate it. And again, anytime you want to come on and you want to talk to the residents, just let us know, all right?
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for tuning in to this edition of Council Connections. We will make sure to bring you another one in about a month. I'm not going to tell you who, because you're going to have to watch, okay? So if there's anything you want to see, Laurel TV has a lot of great programming. You can visit their YouTube channel at Laurel TV Official. You can visit their Facebook page at Laurel TV. And just make sure to follow what we have going on here, because Laurel has a lot of great stories we are so pleased to bring to you. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.